Why are you in business? Why did you start your business? I wanted to touch on that today in a special edition of The Rundown with Ramon. I remember I wanted to start a business for many, many years when I was at the United Nations until eventually I got fired. My contract was not renewed, and that forced me into business. Maybe that's your case. More or less, you are forced into business. You got fired, you got laid off. Something happened to your main revenue stream that you had, which forced you to consider launching your own business, but you did. Or maybe you made a choice. Maybe you resigned from your job, or maybe you've always been in business for so long, but it was a direct choice you made to be in business. Either way, you're in business. So here we are. But I never want you to forget why we're in business and or what we hope to accomplish as entrepreneurs. As Seth Godin has said, and as is true for many of us, one of the benefits of being in business is we get to choose what we sell, what service or product. It's a choice we get to make based on what ideally our zone of genius is. We're not working for a company that dictates and says, hey, I'm transferring you to this department, or you have the opportunity to do this, but if you don't do it, we're going to let you go. We can choose what we sell. We get to choose to whom we're selling to. We get to choose what customers do we wish to work with, the type of customers. And we get to choose who we do this with, who we're hiring to help us build our businesses. Third part about entrepreneurship, or the fourth part about entrepreneurship that's interesting, is we get to choose how we want to run our business. Maybe there's a cause that's important to you. Women's empowerment, Black Lives Matter, vegans for greatness, whatever floats your boat, you get to choose what's important to you. Maybe it's patriotism, maybe it's childcare, maybe there's some cause which drives you to doing it. Maybe like me, it's simply that you want and you love the aspect of managing your own time and doing the passions that you love, what's in your perfect zone of genius that you enjoy doing it. There's various things that keep us going on as we're doing our business, and I never want you to forget why you're in business. As I'm doing this video right now, my grandson was born just yesterday, my first grandson. Maybe it got me thinking about a few things about the future. So I wanted to remind you this day, but now we know why we're in business. I encourage you every day as you're on this journey, let's build a successful business. What does it mean to build a successful business? Well, does it generate positive cash flow? It may not always be that way. Maybe you're starting out and it's tough right now, but is it generating positive cash flow? High positive cash flow. Is it a highly profitable business with repeatable revenue streams? Is it a solid business that we can build? Because if we're building a solid business, then we have a business that allows us to pay ourselves. And that's one of the most important things in business. Do we have a business that allows it to pay ourselves? And I would dare say pay ourselves well so that we can use much of those money to support our families, support our communities, do whatever we want with the money we're earning. That we're generating a business that is a success because then we can pay our team. Are we generating a business? Are we building a business that has some impact in the world? Maybe it's just through your personal salary, taking your money, or you're doing something bigger with it, but it has some impact in the world. As Danelle Delgado quotes often attributed to an African proverb, who loses if you don't win? And maybe it's not the African proverb. I was thinking of, you can go faster alone, but farther with others. But the question I ask you is, who loses if you don't win? If you don't win on this game of entrepreneurship, and corporate work has a different game, but it is a game, this game of entrepreneurship, who will lose if you don't win? Now, it's not that business is not hard, because business is very, very hard. Business is tough, but we do have a choice to pick the pain that we choose. And if you're watching this video, it's most likely you've picked the pain of entrepreneurship. We get to pick what is tough. One thing that's tough about entrepreneurship is we can't predict the market conditions that throw our way that we didn't ask for. We can't predict if tariffs goes up or tariff goes down, or if taxes go up or taxes go down. We can't predict that. We can't predict natural disasters. A tree falls into our warehouse and a flood happens and destroys all of our inventory. We can't pick pandemics and all the other things that go on in life. Even some family situations we can't pick. Your spouse's brother, he's doing something a bit crazy and it impacts her or it impacts him, your spouse, and that impacts your business. You didn't ask for that. But maybe there are some things that we can control, that we can learn and do better. Our pricing, our customers, who we serve, who we hire, how we run our businesses. We can choose those things day by day and do just a little bit better. But the most important thing I want to encourage you today on this special video of the Rundown with Ramon is, when you fall down, I encourage you to get back up again. This is the key. Always be in a position where you're constantly learning and doing better and better and better. But when you fall down, are you going to get back up again? This is the key. Because if you don't get back up again and you're not constantly learning from your mistakes, then game over. You may be running a business for 10 years, 25 years, 3 years that eventually goes out of business, or the sadder thing, it stays in business and you're always struggling. So today I encourage you, as you're growing your business, as you're taking your business to the next level, be encouraged, but I don't want you to forget why you're in business. By the way, my name is Ramon Ray, Bitdefender, small business ambassador. When you go home at night, you lock your doors of your house to be secure, because what's inside is precious. When you get out of your vehicle, you boop, boop, lock the door of your vehicle, because your vehicle has value, and we want to make sure you protect your brand, you protect your business. Today, I want you to go to bitdefender.com, bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com/Ramon, and make sure you check out our ultimate small business security solutions for your business. Ransomware is a real thing. Malware is a real thing. Security threats are a real thing. There are cyber criminals that want to and that are actively going to attack your business. I want you to be as secure as you can. Thanks for watching this, and if this video has inspired you, has helped you, is something that you needed to hear today, definitely let me know. Don't miss out. Check out zoneofgenius.com. Go there right now, zoneofgenius.com, and sign up to our email newsletter so you don't miss out on insights like this. Thanks so much, and of course, always subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Our YouTube channel is Zone of Genius. Yes. Be blessed and have an amazing day. And remember, go to bitdefender.com/Ramon and make sure your business is secure.